Chapter 6. Graham. Graham gave Jenny a tour of the rest of the cabin after dinner. Not that there was much to it. 2 small bedrooms, a laundry room, and a bathroom rounded out the floor plan. "You can pick whichever room you'd like," Graham said as he opened the door to one of the bedrooms. "This is the one Jordan and I stayed in." Graham wasn't too surprised to find the room looked exactly the same. A single queen-sized bed sat squarely in the room, with a nightstand on each side, and a small 4-drawer dresser was the only other furniture in the room. "It's not much, but it will do." "It's more than I've had to myself in a long time," Ginny said softly. Graham cleared his throat, unsure what to say in response to that. "Or, option number 2 is the room my parents shared." He pushed that door open to reveal an almost identical bedroom. The only difference was the bedspread on this bed was covered with flowers, instead of a solid blue color like the last room. "I'm afraid we have to share the bathroom, but I'll let you have first dibs." Jenny's hand flew to her mouth. "I didn't even get to grab my toothbrush or toothpaste." "Don't worry," Graham said with a smile as he turned on the bathroom light. "If I know my brother, there are probably unopened toothbrushes in here." He squatted down to open the cabinet under the sink and pulled out 2 brand new toothbrushes and a tube of paste. "Yep, I am never going to get on his case for being so prepared again. Would you like red or blue, madam?" "Mademoiselle," Ginny said with a chuckle. Graham's face folded in confusion. "Huh?" "I'm a mademoiselle. Madams are married, and I'll take red." She plucked the red toothbrush from his hand and held it to her chest like a treasure. Graham grinned at her comical expression and felt his heart do a funny little dance in his chest. Though she was not classically beautiful, there was something in the innocence and sincerity of her face that he found refreshing and attractive. "Ah, well, you'll have to pardon my rusty French. I took it in high school to woo the ladies, but I haven't had much chance to practice it since." Jenny's eyes held his gaze as the corners of her lips lifted in a small smile. "Somehow, I doubt you had trouble with the ladies in high school, or any other time." "Ha! I was the geeky one. Glasses, see?" He pointed to his face for emphasis. "Jordan was the athletic one who had women swooning all over him." "Well, as much as I'm sure Jordan is amazing, he's not the one here protecting me right now," Jenny said, pointing her toothbrush at him. Once again, words failed Graham, and he felt his face heat up. "I'm not sure I'd say protecting. I haven't had to do anything very dangerous yet." "Let's hope you don't. I'm okay with low-key protecting," Jenny said. "I think I'll take the flowered room if it's okay with you. But I'm not tired quite yet. Is there anything else we could do?" The way she looked at him was different than any woman ever had. Graham felt as if she could see every part of him, and he wasn't sure what to do with that knowledge. "We could talk? I don't know if there's much else to do. My parents never wanted a TV here, so we wouldn't be tempted to spend our time watching it instead of playing. But we might have some card games still." Jenny's eyes lit up. "Games? I would love to play a game. My mom and I used to play all the time, but I haven't played in years." "A game it is, then. Let's see what we have." He led the way back to his parents' old room and to the small closet that resided there. That was where the games used to be, at least. Sure enough, on a shelf was Yahtzee, Skip-Bo, Scrabble, and a few others. "What's your poison?" he asked, indicating the games. Her teeth chewed on her bottom lip as she scanned the offerings. "Yahtzee, please, but we may have to play all of them if we're here too long." He could not stop the smile that pulled at his lips. "We can play as many as you want." They sat up at the kitchen table, and Graham handed her a pad of paper and a pencil. He scanned the paper, quickly trying to remind himself of how it was played. It had been ages since he had played any games. In fact, it had probably been since the last summer they were here. His mother had been too busy after that, and Jordan had never really been into games. "This was the first game my mother taught me," Ginny said softly as she picked up the dice. "She said it would be the easiest because it was just numbers." Graham chuckled. He liked math, but he had known a lot of kids in school who would have said just numbers was hard enough. "What was your mother like?" Ginny bit her lip, and her eyes glazed over as if focusing on a memory from the past. "She was amazing, although I always remember her being tired. When she first got sick, I couldn't read yet, but she would still let me sit on her lap as she read the unicorn books I loved over and over to me." A slight smile tugged the corners of her lips up. "I used to tell her that I loved her 1,000,000%. Graham smiled at her, wishing he had the perfect words to say. "I bet she loved that." Ginny shrugged. "I think she did. Anyway, shall we start?" And just like that, the subject was closed for now. Graham hoped it would come up again. He sensed there was something special in Ginny, but it was hidden behind all her pain. As much as he worried about being away from work and the restaurant, he kind of hoped they would be locked down long enough for her walls to lower.